Hey, what's good, GridIron Gang? It's your boy Los the Shark, and we back at it again. Another podcast, another week. Just wrapping up the season, wrapping up the division outlook, and as well going into the first 4 weeks of the new season. Here, as always, with me is my co-host Tano. Say what's up, Tano.
What's up? What's up?
Also, of course, we got that boy Swan. Say what's good, Swan.
What's up, man?
Joining with us this week, we got our co-host, Big Penton, is here with us. Say what's up, Pent?
What's up, y'all?
Appreciate that, man. And also, we got our Super Bowl champ from last year joining us, Ty. What's good, Ty?
What's going on, fellas?
Just to kind of show our appreciation for you guys joining, we do Coach's Corner. We're actually going to do it a little bit earlier this week, but because we have the Super Bowl champ in here with us this week, so we kind of want to set the floor for him. So again, from me, congratulations on the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it.
Compete with your whack ass this year, and we'll But anyway, for me, congratulations, man. Floor is yours.
Appreciate it, man.
So what you got to say about that Super Bowl, Mr. Ty?
Oh, NFC prevails again. You know, the only person that really had a shot at giving me a good game, honestly, was probably the Jets. Not saying that the Raiders wasn't good competitor, but if he had his running back, it definitely would have been a great game. But, you know, just learning to separate regular season from playoffs. Just because, you know, what you see me do in the regular season don't mean I'm going to do it in the playoffs. But I'm looking forward to go for the back-to-back Super Bowl and my most likely my final year in GridIron. So looking forward to it.
Okay, nice. I'm glad you made that statement. You know, give us a little, heads up, because that shit ain't happening. You ain't fixed it.
I mean, I gotta get y'all a shot to get to a Super Bowl, man.
Happening.
You know, I can't win
it
every year, man.
Sabotage. Gotta put it in Tano, but that shit ain't happening.
I thought that you said if we imported the draft class, you would stay, and that's been done. Can't satisfy everybody.
Oh man, let me think about it,
man.
I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how the season goes.
It's all good.
Russell Wilson is at the latter end of his career. That has a little something to do with
Man,
it.
Wilson gone,
I'm
man.
feeling like it. You know, I was behind the whole Ty don't need no Russell bandwagon.
Hey man, don't need him for man.
But it looked like,
you know, getting it in.
Did Russell retire? Oh,
nah,
no,
he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The undefeated Steelers got him.
We both had a disagreement. Okay.
What they told me, it was like a Tom Brady dispute.
You know what I mean?
He wanted too much money, man. I ain't want to re-sign him, man.
But was he not worth it? Did he not bring you what you needed?
To an extent, yes. But, you know, it's time to move on, man. I got a wonderful second-year quarterback that's ready to go out there and play. You know, he's 4-0 right now, leading his team. So, you know, I'm going to see what he about, see what he shape up to be.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. We actually was trying to get the Raiders on here. He ain't want to do it, though. It's all good. But congratulations to him making the Super Bowl. Hopefully he makes another push this year. But anyway, moving on. Let's jump right into the season, fellas. You know how we do it. Right now, this is just 1 through 4. So with the division predictions and outlooks, Tano, what you got?
All right. So for starting off with the division's champ, the NFC West, I have him winning again, but it won't be as easy as he normally has been getting away with it. He finally has a true competitor in the 49ers, as he's showing they're both 4-0. So it's really going to come down to probably their head-to-head victories. And as of right now, the 49ers are playing better than the Seahawks. They're giving up less points, and they're putting up more points. So taking that into account, I think the 49ers are definitely going to give the Seahawks their run for their money. And Russell Wilson is no longer there. So we'll definitely see how that's going to pan out. Then coming out third in the division, I have the Rams and then the Cards. Those are just two teams that I just don't see them ever doing anything unless both the 49ers and the Seahawks retire. So that's as far as I have in that division.
Just to throw it out there real quick, I did get a sim game where it was 55-3 before my opponent quit. So that's where the bulk of my stats went, where I gave up 3 and put up 55. But, shout out to the 49ers.
I don't think that ever happened. I don't see it. It's not recorded.
Of course it never happened. Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to this division, I'm gonna say Seahawks, but like you said, it ain't gonna be a normal cakewalk. Where he just sitting there, he can go 8-8 and win this division. He can win 12 games. Instead of having to win 9, because the rest of the division isn't above 500. But I think 49ers is gonna be in the playoffs in the wild card spot, and Seahawks gonna edge them out with 12 to 13 wins.
But it looked like the Rams and Seahawks played each other pretty close last game.
Yeah, it was a good game. No, he played a very strategic game. I gotta give him his credit, but ain't enough user. He ain't a good user. He ain't got enough to go over the hump. So he'll forever remain third.
He still probably has that defensive tackle throwing passes, since he picked number 1.
Hey, he might as well.
Then we got the NFC East. I still got the Cowboys coming out of that division. They're sitting at 4-1 right now. Then the Redskins, followed by the Giants, and then the Eagles. Chemo seems to be, as previously mentioned, he seems to be, he got that bug. He spent way too much money in those players. I don't know if he's not able to build around, or if his gameplay just, switch, or if he sees an upcoming player that he really wants in the draft. I really don't get the ideology, but 0-5 is really not like him. But then that division, again, I see the Cowboys really just comfortably winning the division, so I don't see anyone really battling for that number 1 spot. The Redskins may be number 2, but it's not going to be a close number 2. I mean, the Redskins right now are putting up less points that they're giving up. So that has to tell you that they're just really not doing anything offensively. So
running back is hurt.
That's besides the point. The running back could be hurt, but you still got to try to put up points. That's where your coaching comes in. Anybody has any thoughts on that?
It's the Cowboys division. Next division.
Cowboys division. Giants had a little resurgence last year, but he kind of back to fizzling out. Saquon don't got as many yards, so I kind of was a little disappointed in him because rushing tight. I thought I was going to have to compete with him, but I'm cool.
I know Jacksonville was after that rushing title, but the Redskins took Kamari Jacobs out, so we'll talk about that later.
Ooh.
All right, so we got the NFC South. So the NFC South right now is sitting in a very awkward stage. Right now, Mr. Carl Malone, I guess with all this coronavirus, the mail ran out, so there's no more mail for the mailman. Something is going on because he is just straight up garbage right now. I just don't know how he fell so low, but the division is not that hard. So he's a 1-3, and then the Buccaneers are at 3-2. So one more loss by the Bucs and a run by the Saints really is gonna be able to make up. I think the Saints really started with a tough schedule. He had the Seahawks, he had the Cowboys, and he had the Ravens first 3 weeks. That's not a cakewalk to start with. So I think those 3 losses are attributed to that. So he doesn't have that anymore. So he's probably going to be able to gain a little bit of ground late to the latter part of the season. So I still think he's going to be able to squeak out the division, followed by the Bucs, Falcons, and Panthers. But that'll be a close division this year just because he fell a few games in the beginning of the season that may be able to cost them later down the road.
The Bucs just got murdered by Green Bay. So
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was a tough game.
I think the Bucs is one of those weird players. He'll lose big, but he'll win big, and then he'll lose to people he shouldn't, but beat people he shouldn't. I don't know. I can't make him up. I don't know if we got good old Penton playing for Bucs sometimes or something like that. But
no,
he's night and day some days, so we'll never know.
For this division, I got Bucs squeaking out. I think if Saints gets 1 or 2 more losses, which comes from the Bucs division, I think he's gonna tank it out. That's my prediction, especially with the imported draft.
Crazy thing is he doesn't have a first or second round pick because
stipulation
for him to be able to do that. He said that he wanted to give up his draft pick so he doesn't look any type of weird.
Yeah, about that, Penton. Since you're here, you got anything to say about that game last year with you and Bucks? Like, how crazy did that get?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was a Big Ten game.
That was one of those questionable. I guess we could leave it in the past so we don't bring that up. But
maybe it'll come up during Coach's Corner or something. I don't know.
All right. So then we got the NFC North. I mean, we sadly know that is going to be Ion's division. I think he's going to win it. Right now, through 4 weeks, he was 4-0. He happens to lose now on the up. We just came in updated to the Jets. So, I mean, that's not someone that you can just say, oh, I lost to a boo-boo team. I mean, he lost to a very top 5, top 3 opponent in the league. So it's nothing to hang his head on. But as far as that division, I don't see many. I mean, the Lions are sitting at number 2, but I don't see that standing. I still think it's going to be Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings. Obviously, kind of always happens. Now the kid is gone out of that division. So other than that, I don't really have much to say. Just the same old Charles Barkley doing everything he can in the regular season. Then the playoffs comes and he just doesn't perform. So just story of another day, the daily bread for him.
Yeah.
Crazy y'all talk about the regular season champ like that.
It has been defined. We got the AFC West. This is a surprising division considering who's leading right now. I would say that the Raiders, since they were just in the Super Bowl, they would be number 1 in division, but they had started 0-4. I kind of took my revenge game after him talking all that shit that he was that much better. I focused. He got me in the championship game, but I focused and beat his ass in the regular season. I know he doesn't mean much, and yes, he has beaten me in the past couple times, but right now he's sitting at 0-4, and I'm not. So right now he's in the bottom. The Chargers, I have them winning the division just because I think with how bad the division is, he's going to be able to, that 3 games, he's going to be able to just be able to withstand it, because unless he could still lose to the Raiders twice, and if he doesn't fall another game, he'll win the division just by the amount of games. So right now, I have him winning. I have the Raiders making a late push as number 2, unless he happens to be the Raiders of old that just does nothing. And then the Broncos, which is a good user, and he's shown. I mean, his 0-5 record doesn't show he's actually as good as he is. He played a very close game to the Browns last week, so that shows that he's able to be a pretty good user. So hopefully, with a year under his belt, he gets to see how the league works. He will be able to bounce back next year. So, and then the Chiefs at number 5, he's just straight up garbage.
Yeah, the Chargers got this in the bag. He's already beat the Raiders twice, so he really don't have to worry about the top competition. He's already really took the division from him, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
As long as he goes the next stretch. Now, his next stretch of games for the Chargers, he needs to watch out because he has Jets and Dolphins. But, bye week, and then he catches the Cardinals. So, next 2 games could be tough stretch, but with the lead he already got on the Raiders, he should be able to finish off the season with
so he's probably going to finish the season. Yeah, he's probably going to win that division, man. Raiders is just probably, I don't know. Maybe he's seen somebody in there. I don't know. Maybe
he's eyeing on Ohio State defensive end.
Maybe. I don't know.
He will make it to conference, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
He made the Super Bowl last time, and nobody thought he could.
Yeah, he was. I think he was a Super Bowl surprise. Yeah, I think everybody had either Jets or myself representing the AFC, and he beat both of us. I mean, gotta give him. Yeah. You're crazy.
Yeah.
So we have so in the AFC East, I have the Jets winning, followed by the Dolphins, then the Patriots and the Bills. This is a pretty good competitive division now that Cali came into it. I still think maybe Cali's not gonna push as hard because he's got a new team. So this ownership is going to be good for the Bills. It's actually going to be a winning ownership rather than the past history. So maybe with the last little bit of man we got left, the Bills are able to make a better push. I still see the Jets as the Jets division, has been since he's joined. He is probably going to still do it. I mean, we have Penton as a good user, but he let Lowe's down last season. And not that I think he's going to let Lowe's down this season. It's just you can't really fall too many games with the Jets being as good as he is because he's just going to be able to win the division easily. So right now I still got Jets 1, Dolphins 2, Patriots 3, and then the Bills coming in last. I just don't know how the Bills are going to pan out this season.
I think he's going to
what happened in that Jets game? Because he ran for like 600 on you.
Yeah, we both ran for 600 combined. It was a running game. It was close until halftime, and then after half, when it's focused and he got the running the ball, and he got a lead, and it really was just over from there. But we're gonna be ready week 8. Week 8 should be interesting. Week 6 is gonna be interesting against the Patriots as well. So.
Oh, you got that. You got that.
That sound nice, man.
Yeah.
I don't talk much on the pod, especially when it comes to like the division part and stuff. But in this division, particularly the Dolphins, Penton, has been a huge letdown for me. I mean, I'm more disappointed in the Dolphins than I am my own goddamn team. I was talking hella shit. In the chat the other day. Like, I play guys. I know, like, guys who are good and when they're going to be clutch. Like, Sergio is trash in the fucking regular season. But on playoffs, Sergio going to step it up. You're going to have to be on your A game. Ty going to be solid in the playoffs. Ain't no telling what type of Ty you're going to get in the regular season, but playoffs, Ty going to be hard. Like, I know the top players. And when I play Penton, like, last year, this year, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this dude right here is nice. Like, even when I'm on my A game, I played him sometimes. I'm like, man, this is
the gameplay.
Nice.
It's tactical. You make plays. And I think the only reason why your team is quote unquote not there is because you took some time off. But
I'll say this,
for that,
too, against the Jets, he hurt my dominant running back. But, I ain't taking no, ifs, ands, or buts about it. I still got Joe Mixon as a great backup. But Clayton is more special than Joe Mixon when it comes to me as a user because he got that jukebox along with the human joystick. I'm sure Ty knows about how nice that is for Rashad Penny. He's the only other running back that got that.
And we talking about
what Penny got? I'm sorry. What
now?
Penny got?
Right, Penny. No, what I'm saying, my running game. You go back and look at my last couple games. I've been running for 500 per game.
Oh,
both running backs been tagged. Both running backs been running for 250 apiece. So when running back gets hurt, it kind of, when Joe Mixon gets tired, I got a clear fall off. Now when Clayton gets tired, Joe Mixon comes in. That ain't that much of a fall off. It's just jukebox to spin.
That's nice. That's nice. But I've played Penton with every team I played Penton in, right? So I don't know who the fuck you are. Every team I played Penton in, like, literally, bruh. Like, literally 12 of 15, 17 of 19, no turnovers type game. Like,
yeah, I would say you could say that.
I've seen that guy.
I play Penton,
I've seen that guy.
Is what the issue is.
But
I'm talking about the running back had 5 catches out the backfield for 80 yards type shit.
I'll give you that, Los, but I'm saying this. When your receivers aren't on the level as you're normally accustomed to, you have to switch your gameplay.
Yeah, but I played
the Cardinals, bro.
I played you when you had the Cardinals and you couldn't do, like, who, Isabella?
No.
I've seen you turn Isabella into an X Factor. Like, Isabella ain't nobody when you first get him.
Here's what you got to think, Texans.
So what you're saying is
I came in, I came back, everybody's team's already built.
True.
The team I got receivers, I only had one. I had to trade him to get my defense right, which was going to give me Perry, give me my defensive man that's on Superstar. I had to trade him to get my defense right because my defense was too old. They wasn't going to progress to nothing. So that's where this. But I'm gonna be back.
We're in division outlooks. I'm gonna digress, But I had to get that shit off. My fault.
Oh, I understand.
I guess the wrap up of the AFC East is that the Dolphins is trash.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna say all that.
I ain't gonna say all that. You underestimate me. I will run for 500 on you.
Well, going into the AFC South, I mean, Penton, this is one time that you can probably let a lot of stuff out of your chest because, funny enough, we go from the AFC East to the AFC South. So right now I have the Jaguars being the new sheriff in town. I mean, Cali's out of the division, even though Shoddy does well. He's right now, 2-3. The new Colts owner is actually 3-1, so he's shown that he's actually going to be able to probably be a good user. I haven't really seen much, and I haven't really paid attention to much of him, so I don't know what he's made of or what he's going to be, going to be able to produce. But right now he's at 3-1, so I got to give him that. And then we got to see the toilet bowl of the division, which is now the Texans. The reason why I'm going in so hard is because the Texans had a very short time that he put out the whole hashtag is time. He was hyped up. He was all this, all that. I predicted him to win the division the year after, and he was, third or fourth? He could barely win 8 games. I mean, this man is just his thumbs went cross-eyed. I don't know what happened. I mean, he changed toes for Tums. I don't know what's going on.
I still got
right now I have the Jaguars at number 1. The Titans at number 2, the Colts at 3, and the Texans at 4. You could have more wins than me, but you don't have a Super Bowl, and your division is trash. So, I mean, if I were to play against Cali that was barely doing anything but one season, Shoddy that joined late, and the Jaguars is your only competition, I mean, put me in that division, I win it every year. Plus, I will have a good record. Try me again. Oh, and there's something beside my name that says trophy, something that you don't have. So right now, you are going to be the last person in that division at 2-3. I'm going to show you what a Super Bowl winner is when we do play, sir. So don't worry about it. We got something coming for you.
What happened the last time we played? Okay.
Can I chime in real quick? I'll say this with Texans. I like the secondary. And what I'm saying with the stats is really the defensive line or linebackers, because the run game, when opponents been able to run the ball on you, that's when you kind of have trouble. With Jacobs, who had 230, Weber from the Titans, who had 3 touchdowns, 180, and Browns had 250. Those close games, all 3 of them close games, but that's the trend I'm seeing. So, I see the Texans. I'm okay, Pat. Okay, got the secondary. I'm gonna run the ball.
I just like how he was, just like how he was speaking on you. I just don't know what happened to this guy. This guy fell off, like completely fell off. I mean, he's got a good offense, top 5 offense, but his defense is trash.
So, I want to know what Luke's got to say, because Luke did pull an upset against the Cowboys. So, Luke, what you got to say about that?
I'm not going to say much about that because I'm still 2-3 right now, so I'm not going to go in on that Cowboys win. But, I mean, the season
I want to know what your take on his game is.
Rushing. He held him down rushing.
Tell me what you think his game is like, because that man's not that good. He exposes other users with his X-Factor players, but if you had to spread him out, he can't do anything.
Wait, who we talking about?
Who we talking about?
Booty Cowboys.
You giving up playoff shit. Not goddamn.
Cowboys decent, man.
Cowboys
He got great defense.
Do I feel like he passed the ball a little too much? My taste a little.
Because running back ass.
I'd say
running back.
Sergio takes
He's
about 4 chances. He plays around a lot, tries to do a lot of extra shit. But I think playoff Sergio has ice in his veins, and he doesn't make that many mistakes.
That AI team is dwindling away, and he's starting to get exposed. But whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't say he trash though. He's solid. He's above average.
He's a solid player. He not trash.
Definitely top 10. Something you're not, but I mean, So the AFC North.
Damn.
That's getting thrown, I see.
I'm giving him the credit because y'all don't play him as much as I do.
Wait. What week y'all play? We need to put this one game of the week.
I play both Tano and Swan this year.
Okay.
I
think Tano week 12 should definitely be a game of the week, just off this pod alone.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the game against me is gonna be the most balanced game. I just ain't been taking no chances. I'm gonna take some chances. That's why I ain't scoring. I ain't trying to turn the ball.
I'm gonna let you know if I'm on your schedule, you stop playing, you might beat me.
What's up?
Hey,
with
what was I gonna say? Last time we played Penton, it was a very close game. It was like a baseball score.
It really was.
So the AFC North. Yeah, I mean, it was really close. It was just
swag
or something.
General.
AFC North. I mean, I have right now. I'm at 3-1. Lost to the Bengals, but I beat them. I bounced back, beat them 24-3. So I'm done with him. He's the only one that really gives me trouble in the division. I focus in second game. Let them know who's still the division holder. Unlike the Texans that can't win a division. See, I win it more and more and more than he does. I'm beating the playoffs more and more than he does. But, yeah, he still got a better record. I don't know how the math goes. But I have myself winning the division. Then I have the Bengals, Browns, and then the Steelers. Bengals just because the Steelers really haven't played anyone just yet. Yeah, he has Russell Wilson, but he hasn't really played anyone just yet. I think when he goes into the divisional play and he gets to play the Browns, Bengals, and myself, he's definitely going to catch some losses at that point. So I still see myself first, Bengals second, Browns, and Steelers, which is kind of what it was last year. And, I mean, the Bengals was only a game away from making the playoffs last year. So, I mean, the division won it probably – it's been between me, Browns, and Bengals, so it's just going to be the same. That's a while. And I pretty much ran with it the past couple of years. So I don't have much to say about that.
This week's a big game for the division with you and the Steelers playing, so that's kind of going. If he wins, I mean, he could put his name on the map if he wins this week. As far as the Bengals, he had a tough schedule starting out with you twice and the Patriots. That's not an easy feat, but he got 2-2, so he finished half and half. He got a big game coming up against the Steelers as well week after next. So this division will shape out the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how it looks.
I see you, swag. Moving on to, I guess, my favorite part of the segment is the stats. Swan, what you got on that?
So we got a quick rundown. We'll go with the passing leaders first. Number 1 in yards is Brian Duarte out of Tampa Bay, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns. But he also has 13 interceptions. So he's a top, but he's got to be 3 in the top 3. Number 1, I'd have to say, is Mike Bowen out of Dallas. 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. But in a close second, the guy who beat him is Deshaun Watson. 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. So you said you're going to get your picks when he plays you, so man, your word. League leading rushing, Jacksonville's Kamari Jacobs. 105 carries, 810 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's out for 4 weeks after a devastating hit that he took from the Redskins linebacker. So he's out. Ty Johnson, who just went off against the Bears, so these stats need to be updated, but 71 carries for 640 and 8 touchdowns. And then San Francisco's rookie running back hasn't got a lot of yards, 387, but he has 10 touchdowns, so he leads the league. So right now, favorite for rookie of the year.
This man talking about he got more wins than me. His record 74-43. My record 73-42. Sit down, child. Oh my God.
He counted the one game.
0.
I don't know.
Playoff wins 0. Playoff losses 5. Playoff wins for me 8. Playoff losses for him 5. What? Oh my God. Oh my! This will be a dress one.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I just had to add that.
Receiving league leader and receiver is Emmanuel Hall. 22 catches, 887 yards, 12 touchdowns. That was prior to the game against the Jets, but we know he's been spamming that post. Tampa Bay, Heath Allen, tight end, 27 receptions, 505 yards, 8 touchdowns. It's the tight end. So if you guys are stat watching, you know Bucks is going to that tight end.
Oh, yeah.
And then Houston's rookie, Corey, I can't pronounce his last name, rookie, 15 catches, 535, 9 TDs. Now, this guy's a 58 overall, so something up about this guy. He's probably super fast, but keep an eye out for him.
That's
Defense, sack leader, Steve Pearl from Dallas, 9.5 sacks. And interception leader, Joey Crutchfield, 8 interceptions, Houston's rookie superstar. Any questions?
I
Nope.
think let's see. Do you have any outlooks on who you think is gonna be your rookie of the year or anything like that?
Defensive rookie year, I'd probably still go with Joey Crutchfield. He was the steal of the draft. He was very high on the Redskins board. He got stolen away. So I'd say Joey Crutchfield. That's what I'm going with. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, defensively, he kind of got on lock. He already got 8 picks from what we're through 5 games. Yeah, he on a historic pace. So as long as he keep that up, he's good. Offensive rookie of the year. That running back you either said, or either Allen from the Bucks, because he already has 500 yards, 8 touchdowns for a tight end, 5 games, pretty good too.
But Jimmy Hancock, that rookie out of San Francisco, he's going to get the ball probably 30 times a game. So we'll see.
I think as far as the rookie of the year for the NFC, it might be the 49ers running back. I think the 49ers are trying to get him the ball, and I think that's going to be a player that's probably going to win rookie of the year. His name is Jimmy Hancock. From Ball State. Yeah, I think he's going to be the one that's going to win. And then I think running backs are going to be the ones that are going to win the rookie of the year. I think the Bengals running back is going to win rookie of the year in the AFC. And I think it could be very hard pushed by both my wide receiver and the Texans wide receiver. Texans kind of overdoes it a little bit more just because he's trying to, I think, get him into game action. But those three wide receivers are trying to do it.
I don't throw the ball to Mr. Peralta a lot. He just catches it when I
And also on that Jimmy Hancock, he actually just got a development game. So he's been working with him. So he got his star development. So
9 touchdowns so far, huh? Corey Peralta, 6'6".
His name is Tano Barracool, and Tano Barracool Jr. And I'm just waiting for that approval.
Ooh, that man. Got 535 yards. Jesus Christ.
All right, Charlie, moving on. Another segment that, it gets everybody in an uproar. We're going to start with the power ranking. So, like always, I'll start with mine, and then we'll keep it pushing. So, at number 10, I got the Lions. Haven't seen much of him, but he's 3-1, and he's been holding his own so far. Number 9, I have the Chargers. Number 8, I have the Ravens, also sitting at 3-1. Number 7, I have the Bears. I believe he's 4-1 now. Number 6, I have the Cowboys. Only 1 loss on the season. He's still strong to me, in my opinion. Number 5 right now, just smashing on the power rankings for me, is the Steelers. Swag, what's up? Got to shout you out. I see you, boy. Number 4, I got 49ers. That doesn't surprise me at all. Number 3, I have the Jags. Number 2, I have the Jets. And number 1, I have Top Podcast. Hey, no, what you looking like?
All right. I can tell you who I don't have in my top 10. Those are the Texans. The Texans do not happen to be in my top 10, and they won't be probably anytime this season because they're just going to be at number 4.
What about after I beat you? Do I make the top 10 after I beat you or no?
Well, you got to do it before you talk about it.
Okay, cool.
But the outside looking in, I have the Bengals, Bucks, Redskins, and Dolphins. Those are the 4 teams that I have in the bubble that could potentially make the top 10 just because they're decent users. I mean, Redskins being in the last team as like that team in the bubble, they just, they showed some promise last year. So hopefully they are able to build on last year, but they kind of started 2-2. So I don't know much about that. Right now we have Well, yeah, I mean that does have a lot to play.
It's part of
Number
the game.
10. Yep. And I mean, I have Hollywood Brown is injured for 6 weeks. So, number 10, I have the Chargers. He's starting out pretty strong, and as we mentioned earlier, he's probably gonna win the division. So that right there is gonna probably put him in the top 10 for me, probably every power ranking, because he's probably gonna by default. And the way that he's been playing, he's probably going to make the playoffs, and he's going to probably be a top 10 player throughout the season just because of that. Number 9, I have the Packers, just because the way that he recently beat the Bucs. He normally has shown well. The reason why a lot of the new teams that happen to come in because of the move of the Colts now being under new coaching and the Bills – being on the new coaching. So we no longer have Cali. So this is actually going to create some room within the top 10. Number 8, I have the Steelers. Right now he's sitting at 4-0, but in my opinion, he really hasn't played anyone. So, this week when he plays myself, we're going to see how he's going to be able to prove how he's doing. The Jaguars, even though that they're undefeated, same kind of thing. He hasn't really played much. 5-0. Number 6, I have the Bears. Number 5, I have the 49ers. They're definitely going to be proving a lot this season. We'll see how they fare out with the NFC West. Number 4, I have Sergio. Number 3, I have myself, just coming out of the AFC Championship game. Number 2, I have the person who I think will be at the AFC Championship game in the Jets. And then at number 1, I had a number 1 pretty much all season except one podcast, Ty in the Seahawks, which he was 1 in the playoff ranking, and he ended up being 1 as he won the Super Bowl.
Nice. What you looking like, Swan?
Starting from the bottom up. So the league must be off if Chargers is number 10 on my list. But he is at number 10. Bucks at 9, just because Yako's been tapped out. We got Colts at 8. The team Cali built was phenomenal. So if you can't win with that team, I don't know what to tell you.
Cali ain't won with that team, so what difference does it make?
Because Cali's not that good. So if you can get somebody who actually can play a good team, this should be all right.
Ooh.
I got
boy Cali. I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all talk about my best friend.
That division is just not that good.
I got Los at 7. I have not seen his record. I was going off of stats, and his players were making plays, and they beat Sergio. So, actually, I had Dallas at 7 and Houston at 6. So I swapped them once I
Houston.
Yeah, Los, Houston.
2-3.
2-3 record.
Yeah, man, I was going off the stats. I was going off the stats.
Man,
y'all talking to the stats, man. Let him get his power ranking on.
All right.
Continue. What you
9 touchdowns with the rookie.
Yeah.
John Watson, number 2 in the league. I think
shit. Tell him then.
Right at above 6 is 5, which is Ravens. So y'all can figure that out.
You see how that was above 6. Okay, I like that.
Y'all can figure that one out as the season progresses. We got YouTube King himself, 49ers. And we got Seahawks at 3. Only reason why I got Jags at 2 is because but he will get exposed. But right now he's 2 in the power rankings, and then we got Jets at 1.
So you have the Jaguars that haven't won anything against the girls stolen
Jags
at 2 over the
I got
Seahawks?
Jags at 2 because
over the
Jets at 1. You got Jets at 1.
Jets at 1, Jags at 2, Seahawks at 3. But as the season unfolds, that'll definitely change. We're going off the power rankings.
I like it.
Hey, Daddy Leaks got him at number 1, so.
So,
okay.
Mr. Penton, what's your?
I mean, I can take them off and I'll put Redskins there, whichever one y'all prefer.
Mr. Penton, what's your top 10 looking like, man?
Bucks at 10 since he went in the South. Packers, I actually had him at 10 at first, but he beat the brakes off the Bucks, so I got to move him up to 9. Chargers, and then I go with The Colts, he's starting out pretty good for a new user. Not too bad, not too shabby. Steelers 4-0 is kind of deceiving 4-0, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not. I got the Ravens above him though, but we'll see. Then right after that, I have the 49ers, then the Cowboys, then the Ravens. I'm at 3 right now. Then it was Jaguars, Jets, Seahawks. Seahawks at 1, Jets at 2, Jaguars at 3.
Yeah. A lot of people on that Jaguars bandwagon. That man.
I mean, he's 5-0. I'm not gonna like underestimate the 5-0 team.
Haters, Tano.
He running the heck out the ball, you know.
Going off what we see.
He told Nair out the ball. No cap. He told Nair out
he's
the ball.
injured now. Redskins took him out.
Oh, thank you, Redskins. You could have given Shamil Clayton that rushing title.
Like, so wait. That shit y'all was talking about. The general just won. The Steelers beat Jags.
Swag.
No, Jags are undefeated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jags undefeated. Yes. Steelers undefeated too. Both undefeated.
Ty, what you looking like?
Whew. All right. Well, mine's power rankings is pretty much from yesterday, so I'm not counting really any games that was played today. So number 10, I got the Steelers. Number 9, I got the Chargers. Number 8, I got the Ravens. Number 7, I got the Bucks. Number 5, I got the Niners. Number 6, I got the Jags. Number 5, I got the Niners. Number 4, I got the Bears. Where we at, baby? Oh, number 3, I got the Cowboys. Number 2, I got the Jets. And number 1, of course, I got myself.
Yeah, that sounded like yesterday's
ranking. Yeah, man, I ain't want to update it.
No, I understand because it sounded like yesterday's rank. I heard it yesterday. Anyway, of course, man, like always, just to show our appreciation, man. We appreciate y'all boys doing the pod with us. All jokes aside, on the real note, man, taking the time out. We actually were supposed to do it yesterday, had to reschedule for today, so we definitely appreciate that as well. For the coach's corner, we'll let Penton do his half. Penton, what you got on the coach's corner, man? The floor is yours.
Shoot. All I can say is, if you're not good, get better.
If you don't mind, since you sound like you ain't got much to say right now, I got something you can talk about. I definitely.
Lord. Here we go again.
If I'm
what can we talk
slide
about?
You under this bus, not throw. We gonna tag team double bull drop. So that game, bro. So you were caught. Y'all were caught. Stat padding a little bit. You want to let the league know anything about that, or speak on what we presumed was stat padding? I mean, you took the punishment for it, didn't gripe about it, just kind of gave the Bill Clinton wave like and moved on. So speak on that, or
I mean, it was just a Big 12 game, man. No defense was played.
No defense was played. Big
records is broken, stuff like that. Big 12 shit.
Just stuff like that happened.
Yeah. Boy, I swear, bro, you got some. You come from a political family or something, but you got some politics. Did y'all see him in the chat? Nah, I'm gonna bring this up because that shit was smooth. Did y'all see him dodging in the chat when everybody was like, what happened with the game? Boy, that boy was like swoop, like on some Matrix shit. Did y'all see him? Like, he was trying to talk to other people about other conversations.
Like he ain't see it.
Like he ain't see it. It was like 20 questions. Like, hey, bro, what y'all was doing? He literally talking about other people's game. Did y'all see that game?
Yeah.
No, player, we didn't. Your game, what happened? But okay, we'll take that. You know what I'm saying? No defense, Big 12, staying in the same. Yeah. Friends, I get it. All right. Anyway, so wrapping this pod up. Appreciate y'all guys coming. Like I said, for me, again, to my co-host, y'all got anything to say before we wrap this up, man?
No, see you in 4 weeks. We don't play yet, so you get to be lucky and not catch an L just yet.
Week 13 will be interesting for y'all too.
It's not. We're both going on record saying right now. I'm man. Usually I don't do this, but I might get suspended after that game.
Damn.
I might get suspended after that game.
That's how you know.
I might get suspended after that game.
It's Friday. It's Friday night. You know, this man is probably drinking.
I had a couple
already.
glasses. Listen,
That's what it is.
I had a couple glasses.
He must have my shot,
And some straws.
he must have my cocktail set out here, Penton.
Yeah, super good. Oh, man. But anyway, man, appreciate that. To the Grid Gang, we out, man.